Uh, Hello. As I said in my previous video, this is katawa shuojo. In the spirit of Valentine's Day, we're going to start this magnificent visual novel. It's sad, it's depressing kind of, it's sometimes magnificent, happy, just overall, just magnificent. So let's start this. Start. Okay. This is a popular retreat for couples in the summer. The delicious trees provide a beautiful green canopy, far out in sight of the trenches of the fellow students. But now, in late summer, it feels like I'm standing under a pile of kindling. I breathe into my cupped hands and rub them together furiously to prevent them from numbing in the cold. Just how long am I expected to wait out here anyway? I'm sure the note said 4 o'clock p.m. Ah yes, the note. Slipped between my pages of my math book while I wasn't looking. As far as clicks go, I am more a fan of letter in the locker. At least this way shows a bit of initiative. As I ponder the meaning of the note, fall gradually thickens. The snowflakes silently falling from the white painted sky are the only signs of time passed in this stagnant world. Their slow descent upon the frozen forest makes it seem like time has slowed to a crawl. The rustling of the dry snow under my underfoot startles me, interrupting the quiet mood. Someone is approaching me from behind. Hisao, you came. A hesitation, barely audible question. However, I recognize the owner of that dainty voice instantly. I feel my heart skip a beat. It's a voice I've listened to hundreds of times, but never as more than an eavesdropper to a conversation. I turn to this voice, the voice of my dreams. My heart begins to race. Hanako? I got a note telling me to wait here. Is it yours? Was it yours? It was yours. Damn it. I spent all afternoon trying to come up with a good line. That was the result? Pathetic. Ahem. Yes, I asked a friend to give you that note. I'm so glad you got it. A shy, joyous smile that makes me so tense I couldn't move a single muscle even if I tried. My heart is pounding now, as if it were trying to burst out of my chest and claim this girl for itself. So, here we go. Here we are, out in the cold. Once again, the wind stirs up the branches. The cacophonous noise, whatever the heck noise, is music to my ears. I'm sorry, I'm trying to be more influential with these things. Iwanako flinches ever so softly against the gust of wind. As it passes, she rights herself, as if supported by some new confidence. Her eyes lock with mine. She lazily twirls her long dark hair around her finger. All the while, the anxious beating of my heart grows louder. My throat is tight. I doubt I could even force a word out if I tried. You see, I wanted to know if you'd go out with me. I stand there motionless, save for my pounding heart. I want to say something in reply, but my vocal cords feel like they've been stretched beyond the breaking point. Hisao? I reached up to try to massage my throat, but this only spends spikes of blinding pain along my arms. Hisao! My whole body freezes, save for my eyes, with shoot open in terror. Hisao! The beating in my chest suddenly stops, and I go weak at the knees. The world around me, the canopy of the bare branches, the dull winter skies, Iwanako running towards me, all these fade to black. The last thing I remember, before slipping away, are the sounds of Iwanako screaming for help, and the essence clattering of the branches above. Four Leaf Studios presents Katawa Shuojo. Inspiration, Raite. Writing, Anonymous. I'm just gonna do the tops. Editing, Kagami. Music, Blue123. Artwork, Gebi Terra. Art, Moki. Additional art, Climatic. FMAV, Film Animation. Directing, Delta. Raid and Uvio. Engineering, Delta. Production, CPL Crude, I'm sorry. It's been 4 months since my heart attack. In that whole time, I could probably count the times I've left this hospital room unsupervised on one hand. For months is a pretty long time when you're left alone with your thoughts, so I've had plenty of time to come to terms with my situation. Arrhythmia. A strange word, a foreign alien one that you don't want to be in the same room with. A rare condition. It causes the heart to act erratically and occasionally beat way too fast. It can be fatal. Apparently, I've had it for a long time. They said it was a miracle that I was able to go on so long without anything happening. Is that really a miracle? I guess it was supposed to make me feel better, more appreciative of my life. It really didn't do anything to cheer me up. My parents were hit harder by the news than I was. They practically had 2 hemorrhages apiece. I had already had a full day by then to digest everything. To them, it was all fresh. They were even willing to sell our house in order to pay for a cure. Of course, there is no cure. Because of the late discovery of this condition, I've had to stay at the hospital to recuperate from the treatment. When I was first admitted, it felt as if I was missed. For about a week, my room in the ward was full of flowers, balloons, and cards. But the visitors soon dwindled, and all gifts began trickling down to nothing shortly after. I realized that the only reason I had gotten so many cards and flowers because sending me their sympathy had been turned into a class project. Maybe some people were genuinely concerned, but I doubt it. Even in the beginning, I barely had visitors. By the end of the month, only my parents came by on a regular basis. Iwanako was the last to stop visiting. After 6 weeks, I never saw her again. We never had that much to talk about when she visited anyway. We didn't touch the subject that had been between us on that snowing day ever again. Hospital? it's not really a place I'd like to live in. The doctors and nurses feel so impersonal and faceless. I guess it's because they are in a hurry and they have millions other patients waiting for them, but it makes me feel uncomfortable. For the first month or so, I asked the head cardiologist every time I saw him for a rough estimate of when I'd be able to leave. He never answered anything in a straightforward way, but told me to wait and see if the treatment and surgery worked. So I'd idly observe the scar that those surgeries had left on my chest slowly change its appearance over time, thinking of it as some kind of omen. I still ask the head cardiologist about leaving, but my expectations are low. Now that I'm not disappointed anymore when I don't get a reply, the way he shuffles around in the answer shows that there is at least some hope.